Equality of outcome is advertised as some kind of utopia, a hope for the future, a scenario in which maximum equality is finally achieved. However, what if that isn't the case? What if this proposition is based on nothing more than a half-baked theory created by those who wear rose-colored glasses? Equality of outcome suggests a world where people have virtually, quote, same material wealth and income, or in which the general economic conditions of everyone's lives are alike, end quote, and that people have, quote, a share of goods, not just the chance to obtain them. This is different from equality of opportunity, which would suggest that everyone should be given the same chance to begin with, and that is then based on their own work ethic and merit where they go and what they do with them. This is the main issue with equality of outcome. It suggests that people should be handed things like jobs based on attributes that should be of no consequence to those positions. Take, for example, Justin Trudeau, making Canada's cabinet equal number men and women, 15 men, 15 women, regardless of the fact that there could be a better candidate, either male or female. By putting such a strict restriction on your hiring practices, you are eliminating so much possibility. And to add on to that point, is that really how you want to pick the people that will help run your country? By determining the genders or races they need to be ahead of time, rather than putting forth desirable attributes that are not based on inconsequential features? When Joe Biden was running for president in 2020, he said that if he was elected, he would choose a woman of color as his vice president. He subsequently announced Kamala Harris as his running mate. It is more than likely he could have picked another option that the public would have taken a better liking to. However, because there was a specific expectation in mind, the options were limited and we can never know if the best person got the job. We as a society should be focused on what's important in a person. That is what abolishing racism is about. When you see race as a benefactor or a downfall on a resume, application, or just see somebody for their race, that in itself is racist. The best way to run an establishment is to pick the best person for the position. For example, the NBA is made up of 73% black players and only 3% Latino. What would happen if we said that number was to be perfectly equal, or that we needed to have more gay players? It is highly likely that teams that were winning wouldn't be winning anymore, because they no longer have the best players, as they already do. But there's equality now, right? Even Martin Luther King was pro-equality of opportunity. The difference is that we can set people up for success without just handing it to them. This means that both women and men can work in Justin Trudeau's cabinet. Women are not restricted as they used to be, but we don't need to make it perfectly equal. Or anyone has the ability to play in the NBA, but it doesn't have to be equally split by race. When put into effect, equality of outcome is actually more restrictive than equality of opportunity, even though the opposite is often argued. With equality of opportunity, everyone is given a shot, with the outcome depending on variables such as personal merit and the qualities of others. With outcome, the variables are removed as the future becomes manufactured to achieve the most, quote, diversity as possible. But in reality, this is not really how you get diversity, looking at people based on race. The law should not look at people for their race, gender, or sexual orientation. Should we start diversifying prisons? The real way to get diversity is to see people for what they really have to bring to the table. If you count race, gender, or sexual orientation, as I've previously said, as one of those things, then that is a step in the wrong direction. Things will naturally level themselves out, because this was not always put into practice. People used to favor white people, especially men, much more, but now that is much, much less the case, the pendulum will swing itself to the equal side of things. Equality of outcome is still a very widely spread concept in today's world, especially the Western world. It's being taught in schools, spread on social media, and it's widely seen as the superior choice, especially compared to equality of opportunity. In conclusion, equality of outcome is unjust because it skips opportunity and skips straight to the end, limiting possibility and contradicting itself along the way.